Hey y'all, welcome back to Our Road Less Traveled. Today we have one dag nabbit and two shi-tuations. So stand by and we'll get into that. Y'all stick around to the end and we'll give an update on the truck, because one way or the other we are blowing this popsicle stand. This isn't part of the video, but I'm sure somebody's going to notice we've got this monstrosity going on right here. So these used to be up in there and they stuck away and they keep coming out of the wall and all this other crap. So I got to thinking, how in the world could we get this to where we could, light wouldn't shine through, but we wouldn't have to have these side panels on there, because that just opens the wall up more. But if we bring that all the way down, you've got a pretty good gap right there. So what I did, I took some magnetic tape, and it's literally a magnet that's got 3M adhesive on the back of it. The adhesive sucked, so I used
and the magnet sucks too.
And the magnet sucks. So I just simply used this stuff, just clear silicone adhesive, and I stuck that tape to that frame, because that frame is aluminum, it's not metal. And then I got these rare earth magnets, and they didn't work for shit, to be honest with you. So if you take two of them and you put them on the curtain, it does create enough of a magnetic pull. It'll keep that sucked up against the window. Now, that's not a true fix. It's kind of jankety.
Plus you gotta take it down every time you move.
Right, or if you hit a big bump, it's probably going to come undone. But this is what you're looking at, and so I'm playing with some different ideas of what can I put up here that puts pressure against this to keep that closed so light doesn't come in. And it's not that big a deal, in the living area, but in the bedroom, I'm trying to find a solution so that we can get rid of these, because I'm tired of having to constantly put them in. And y'all, these things are heavy. I mean, these probably weigh pound and a half apiece.
And there's a bunch of them.
Let's get to the root of the issue. So our situation that we have, see that little thing right there? That little ring is what seals this hose up to your black tank dump thing over there. See, this side doesn't have one. The reason why is this is what connects up to this part of the hose, and that fits right around that edge. The reason I'm telling you this is very important, because this ring is what stops things from leaking. If you were missing this ring and you hook up to your thing and you pull the stuff to, as the Hanks say, let her rip, you're going to let it pour, and it's going to come all out. You're going to create what I call a shi-tuation. It was just a little drip, it's a poopsie. This is a straight on shi-tuation. So we were too far away from the sewer thing anyway, so I had to buy another kit. But I really wanted to buy another kit because I needed the gasket for our Rhino stuff over there. I like those hoses better because they're crush proof. If you step on these, you can break them. This is just a This is more of a PVC type material. Seems like it would get cold and crack, whereas that's more of a pliable material. So the other thing that I realized, let me get my gloves on here. All right, as you can see, the gasket's not in there. So what we're going to do, take that gasket. So now my hose is fixed. That will go in there and it'll create a tight seal. Some of y'all may be wondering, Clay, how did you lose the seal? Well, that's a good question. I encourage you to continue asking good questions. I think I have figured out why. Each one of these hoses comes with one of these things. Right? And it is my theory that when you're not using these, because these can come out, that you're supposed to put these in here so that you don't lose your O-ring. So that's what we're going to do. Is I usually keep the two hoses connected together, but from now on I'm going to keep caps on these so I don't lose one of those O-rings. All right, for those of y'all that may be wondering, I got tired of losing the caps on the Valterra tube thing. So I drilled a big freaking hole in it and used a cotter pin from a trailer hitch, and that's how we secure our. So since this side doesn't have the rubber gasket, I just put that in there like that. Then when we get ready to leave here, I'll pull it out just far enough and I'll hook the other hose to it. The other thing that I just noticed is these caps have these seals in them too. So I'm going to keep these caps. If I lose another one, got them in the caps. Our next issue is this thing here, and as you can see, the wet bay always gets a little bit of water here. You know, that's, I don't know what that is, 1/2 inch press board. Anyway, this corner right here has come loose with the screw. So my theory is I'm going to take this piece of angle iron and I'm simply going to put it right there. I'm going to tie this board to this wall, and the reason why is these pull handles are a little stiff, and when I push on it, it pushes that board back, and that's where all the PEX lines and everything come in to connect to the Nautilus system. So I bought that little piece of angle iron, I bought these wood screws, and then for good measure I bought these washers. What I'm going to do is that's going to sit in there like that, and that basically keeps the screw head from going through that hole right there. My trusty. As you can see, that's got some give to it, so I'm going to use that handle right there when I get ready to do this side. So that's there. Now we're going to use that handle to pull that tongue while I Alright. So now I can close those without it causing an issue. So this is a good segue into one of the other topics that I wanted to cover. We've got this fixed, but if you look, like right here, through all the wind and everything, you know, going back and forth across the U.S., that skirting has cracked. One of the good things about Forest River is they have a frog rally, which is the Forest River Owners Group rally every year. And one of the benefits of going to that, not only, so it's like $1,000 for a week in Elkhart. The reason we're going this year, Forest River allows all of their people to come in with a Forest River product, and anything that would have been a warranty claim under your original warranty that first year, they come in and they do, I don't want to say it's an extended warranty, but they will fix stuff like this up to 2 model years. So this is a 22, it's 23, we're within the 2-year limit. So when we registered for the Frog Rally, they said, hey, list off the 2 things that you want fixed on your rig. Well, this was one of them. So they're gonna replace all the skirting all the way around this because of these cracked bolts. That's free of charge to us. They'll do it on site. The other thing, the screens in our windows, the frames broke. So we have to measure the windows, and they're going to order new screens for us and put them in at the Frog Rally. So those are our 2 fixes. The other benefit is anything that you want upgraded, if you buy it there at the rally, they'll do the installation free of charge. So right now we have the MORryde steps that lift up, but they don't have the lift assist. And it's not that they're heavy, but it would be better if we could do it with one hand. So when we get there, we're going to look at the MORryde assist steps, have them install those. The other thing that I'm going to look at is the new MORryde handle for the steps that goes flat, comes out, and then telescopes down. You're going to look at possibly replacing that. But if you're not going to the Frog Rally, I would strongly encourage you to look and see if it's a good deal for you. For us, I've got a feeling that if I had to pay a dealer to replace all this skirting, it would be more than what we're actually paying to go to the Frog Rally. 36 by 24 3/4. Update on the truck. The Ram Care, again, was of absolutely no use. My buddy Mike, who is, I think he's pretty high up with Ram customer service. Anyway, I think he's the one that ended up getting the Stellantis regional warranty director to reach out to us and gave us a call. He called us last Friday. He said that they were going to ship us a transmission, that they were just going to replace the thing, they weren't going to repair it. The part originally was 20-30 days out on back order. So he said that was going to take too long, that they had a transmission in Denver, that in a warehouse, that they were just going to ship to the dealership. Somehow that had not happened by Wednesday. So I called to get an update on the truck, thinking that they could tell me that the transmission had gotten there from the warehouse, and nobody had heard of this transmission. So I messaged our, I don't want to name him because I don't want people bombarding him with information until I get his approval to release his name for those that have, extenuating circumstances. Anyway, I sent him a text message and said, hey, we're being told this, is that accurate? And he said, you know what, screw this, I'll just take a transmission from the dealer down the road and we'll get you back on the road. So Wednesday, he reached out to a dealer somewhere, and Thursday, they had the transmission in the shop. It was either Thursday or Friday. Well, they worked on it all day Friday, and and said that they were going to do their best to try and get us out of there Friday. They got the transmission in, and everything is done except the road test. They have to road test it before they can release it to us. So we're going to have to wait and we get the truck back Monday, and hopefully this will be the end of this saga. So y'all help us come up with a name for the truck. You know, Big Booty Judy. You know, Maria said we can't use Big Bertha because that was her grandmother's name. But I feel like the truck deserves a name now, and
we never have named her or the.
Yeah, we never named the truck or the fifth wheel. We didn't name the other truck or the travel trailer either. So help us come up with a name for these two, and that's gonna wrap it up for this video. And let me know if you have any other suggestions that you can pass along for sewer hoses or any of the other crap that we keep running into. So
we really need a fix for that window shade.
Yeah, if any of you mechanical engineers out there have a fix for these window shades that we can get rid of the side bolsters.
That does not involve curtains.
Yeah, no curtains. But that's it for this video, and we'll see y'all next week. Y'all have a good one.